Photoshop is expensive. Yes, I hear you. After one of my most popular 360 photo editing tutorial for Virtual Tool Professional with Ricoh Theta Z1 right here, link right here, I want to make a follow-up in-depth tutorial on Affinity Photo, a cheap but powerful alternative of Adobe Photoshop. There are many Affinity tutorials out there already on the internet, but none of them are in-depth, taught by a professional. So I decided to make my version to cover AI denoising and sharpening, color grading, removing tripod on complicating pattern flaw with clone tool instead of just brush tool, and 360 reframing and horizon leveling. We will cover how to use your Ricoh Theta Stitcher as a stand-alone application without Adobe Lightroom in both PC and Mac. We will even talk about professional DSLR multiple shot 360 photo editing, like the Gigapixel 360 Panorama you see right here. To remove the drone plus the camera rig and patch the sky with AI-powered 360 sky replacement. At the end of this tutorial, you will feel comfortable to cancel your monthly subscription to Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Lightroom, and switch to Affinity Photo, or use them both to make your virtual tool photo even better. Let's dive right in. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Hugh here from Creator Up, the YouTube channel dedicated to professional virtual reality content creators. Lots of virtual tool creators suffer from the high monthly cost of Adobe Lightroom and Adobe Photoshop. Disclaimer, this is not a sponsored content and the link below is not an affiliate link. And I am not making a dime from you. So if you appreciate my honesty and want to support this channel, please subscribe, like this video, and share it on your social media. Also, nothing against Adobe. I am a certified Adobe trainer, but they are just ridiculously expensive. I don't blame you for finding a cheaper alternative. And this is the tutorial all about that. Get the high-end professional quality with minimal spending. Insta360 ONE X2, ONE R, or Qoocam 8K already have the free standalone stitcher to use with Affinity Photo. Ricoh Theta Z1 right here, the king of one-shot 360 camera, just released a new version of the stitcher that allows you to stitch without using Adobe Lightroom as well. Let me show you how now. If you are on a Mac, you are lucky because it is easier. Just go to this folder location, open Ricoh Theta Stitcher.plst file with text edit, change the default value to choose under is Enable Launch without LR, quick and save, then you are ready to go. Most people, including myself, are having issue on PC. Here is the workflow I found worked great. First, make sure you install the latest version of Ricoh Theta Stitcher. Go to this file location to open Ricoh Theta Stitcher.ini file with a text editor. Add debug, enable launch, execute LR equal 1 at the beginning, save and quit. Now go to this folder location, you will find the install Ricoh Theta Stitcher.exe. You don't just run it because it will throw air like what you see right here. Instead, you drag and drop a TIFF file or a group of TIFF files on top of the exe file to pop open Ricoh Theta Stitcher. Look, it works like magic. No more Lightroom and expensive subscription. Great. Raw photo development with Affinity Photo. You can only drop TIFF or JPEG files into the Stitcher. So now, let me teach you the complete Affinity Photo raw editing workflow for your Ricoh Theta Z1 or your ONE X2 or Qoocam 8K DNG files to 16-bit uncompressed TIFF file to export for 3D Vista or Teleport.me online delivery. This workflow will get you the best image quality compared to any tutorial, paid or free, out there on the internet. Because your boy is an award-winning 360 creator making money from high-end clients, the client that you want to land. Just like in Adobe Lightroom, you need to process your raw Theta Z1 DNG before hitting the stitcher. So drop in your DNG file into Affinity Photo. It will open your development tab. Let's do some basic adjustment right here, which you already know by following this tutorial. I will go ahead and turn on shadows and highlights to recover some highlights and shadows. Increase the vibrancies a bit. I love the high-end magazine look, so I'm going to increase the clarity a lot. Please talk to your client first to understand their taste in photos. Show them an example before you go crazy on color or clarity. Not everyone like my style, so talk to the one who pays your bill. Now go to Lens tab right here. It is what I consider the most important step, but also the step that everyone seems to ignore. So please take notes right here. You want to turn on Chromatic Abberation reduction, but that is not enough. I will also turn on the fringe because the Theta Z1 fisheye lens is nasty around the edges. Take a look at here, this blue fringe. Down in color, drop the thread hole and increase the radius until you get rid of those ugly blue color. Before, after. This is a huge improvement and an important step to increase your stitching quality. I can't stress this enough. Now let's do noise reduction. Theta Z1, not like the ONE X2 or the Qoocam 8K DNG8, is very noisy in DNG, even for well-lit photo. Noise is not a bad thing. It means the camera captures more detail than ONE X2 or Qoocam 8K. You just need to remove it and retain the detail. So play with the luminance and color slider until you see the noise are all gone. Now turn on detail refinements and bring back some of the sharpness. Now the image is looking really good. Feel free to make more adjustments to create your own look. Hit the development button after you are done. Now go ahead and hit File, Export. In Export setting, make sure you use preset TIFF RGB 16-bit to get the highest quality render for the next step. Hit Export. Please make sure your export TIFF file is in the same folder as the DNG and JPEG file from your Ricoh Theta Z1. Now drop the TIFF file directly on top of the exe file like so to open up Ricoh Theta Stitcher. The automatic setting in general looks great. Feel free to adjust the horizon to make the image level, but if you mess it up in this step, don't worry. We have a better way to get a perfect level photo inside Affinity Photo, which I will show you next. Go ahead and hit Export to stitch the photo. You will get a new TIFF file now. Correct 360 level adjustment. Now drop in the Stitcher TIFF file, go to Layer, Light Projection, Equal Rectangular Projection. Now you can pan around in the 360 view, just like in Photoshop 3D Panorama. But before you go crazy, let's make sure your 360 photo is level. In fact, I will mess up the leveling by clicking the Center Coordinate System and then move the straighten degree like so. Go to Layer, Light Projection, and Remove Projection. Now you see the whole photo is all messed up. In fact, there are a couple tutorials on the internet about correct horizon and recenter 360 photo in Affinity Photo are completely wrong, as you see right here. The easiest way to see this is to get out of the light projection and check your horizon line right here. The correct way I found that works for me is to adjust level in Ricoh Theta Stitcher or using the trial data in the ONE X2 or the Qoocam 8K Enterprise or regular in their respective stitcher. Don't mess with leveling inside Affinity Photo. If you have to, here is a step. Go to Layer, Light Projection, Equal Rectangular Projection. Move only the heading using the slider right here. Set your center point first and click the Center Coordinate System. Now move 90 degrees per time on the heading to straighten your horizon 4 times on each side. If all 4 sides are perfectly straight, get out of removing projection and check. Now it is perfectly level. Object removal. Now let's learn how to remove the tripod with a complicated pattern flaw, which is a very common in virtual tour. In light projection, pan down to the flaw. First, try the In Painting Brush 2 to do a one stroke to cover the entire tripod. Learning the keyboard shortcut is very important when you process hundreds of virtual tour photos. To change the brush size, you use the left and right bracket key. When you find the ideal brush size, hold down your mouse and do a one stroke to cover the entire tripod legs. The tripod is gone, but the flaw is not right. This is a great example that most of the Affinity Photo tripod removal tutorial out there on the internet do not work. You need the Chrome Stamp tool or Healing Brush tool to copy the pattern over to the removal spot. Let me show you. Select the Healing Brush tool here and adjust the brush size. Hold down Alt key on your keyboard and select a source location to clone. I am cloning the vertical line right here. There are one important setting in 360 removal you need to adjust: the clone source rotation. Use the left and right arrow key on the keyboard here to find the rotation degree. You can also type in the exact value you want. And here, all I need is 1 degree. Use this method to clone the pattern from the nearby tiles like so. When you are done, go to the selection tool right here and click Edit Light Projection to go back to light projection mode. Great, it looks okay. You can probably spend more time to get a perfect clone. Now let's do an even more difficult removal. To remove the 360 camera and the monopod in the mirror right here. Yes, mirror is your enemy in virtual tour photography. Most of the time, you cannot remove them physically, so just go ahead and get ready to remove them using the method I'm going to show you right now. Select the In Painting Brush tool again, make the brush size smaller, hold down Shift key on your keyboard and drag a vertical line like so. Let go and paint again on the tripod legs. Wow, it's like magic, it's pretty much gone. Now I will zoom in, use the Healing Brush tool like what I just showed you to copy the pattern back. You mostly need to pay attention to lines. Use the left and right arrow key to rotate and align the line pattern to make the cloning look believable. Now we are done. You don't need to be afraid of mirror anymore, as you now have the superpower to remove anything in any 360 photos, not just tripod legs. Filling the hole in the sky. Another very common task is to fill the sky or sky replacement. Here we have this very high resolution 360 aerial photo captured by my drone and stitched in PTGui 11. Just to show you, the best way to do this it is with PTGui 12. As you see right here, the new version of the PTGui 12 has fill hole function right here and help you to patch the sky and the drone automatically. But if you don't have that, or you just have the stitch JPEG from the cheap consumer drone like the new Mavic Mini 2, you can use Affinity Photo to remove the drone and patch the sky. Let me show you now. Let's bring in this Gigapixel aerial 360 panel of Sao Paulo, Brazil at night, shot by me. Go into the light projection. As you see, this photo is extremely high quality and high resolution. It also gives you an idea that the true professional 360 photographer does not use one-shot 360 camera. They use high-end DSLR, take multiple photos and stitch them together in PTGui in RAW. So it's good to show you that Affinity Photo can also handle high-end professional work. If you look up, you see the sky is gone because my drone is actually very big. We need to patch the sky. First, zoom out the FOV all the way to 90 degrees. We still cannot cover the full sky. It is okay, it is a big photo and we are going to do it in section. Use the magic wand tool right here and select the transparent layer. We are going to expand the selection. This is important to help the AI better for content-aware film, just like in Photoshop. To remove the edges, go to Select, Grow and Shrink, or Ctrl B on your keyboard. Increase radius like 20 pixels. I have a Gigapixel photo here, so I use a pretty large value. Adjust it based on your photo's resolution. Hit Apply to have a new selection. Now go to Edit, Fill, select in Painting, just like in Photoshop Content-Aware Fill, and hit Apply. Let the AI does its job. And voila! Magic! Ctrl T to get out of selection. Use the selection tool to go back to Edit Light Projection. This time my big jaw and the camera rate is never there. Use third-party Photoshop plugins. As a 15 years Photoshop user, yes, I am old. Don't fool for my beautiful Asian face. But anyway, as an old school Photoshop user, one thing I cannot live without is the plugins ecosystem Photoshop provides, like the Topaz AI Denoise, the Topaz AI Sharpen, or the AI Gigapixel. I use it on every 360 photos I produce to achieve that magazine polished look. I am sure you have your favorite third-party Photoshop plugins that you cannot live without. Luckily, we can use Photoshop plugin within Affinity Photo. Let me show you now. Go to Edit, Preferences, navigate to the Photoshop plugins option. Under Plugin Search folder, click the Add button. I use Topaz AI software as an example, as that is probably the most popular Photoshop plugin for photo editing. Choose the following file path and select the entire Topaz folder. For Mac, choose the Desert Program folder individually under this path. We start Affinity Photo and go back to Photoshop plugin option. Select the checkbox near the bottom of the screen indicating Allow a no plugin to be used. Click Close and restart Affinity Photos again. Your Photoshop plugin will now show under Filters, Plugins. Now, let's go ahead and apply AI Denoising and AI Sharpen as I show in this tutorial, and go to town. Edit Stitch 360 Photo with Adjustment Layer. Most of the time, you will need to make adjustment to the Stitch 360 photos. In Photoshop, you might risk creating a stitch line as I explained it in this tutorial. You will have to use Adobe Camera Raw. In Affinity Photo, it's much easier. You can edit any Stitch 360 photo, TIFF from the Ricoh Theta Z1, or even JPEG from the Insta360 ONE X2 or the Qoocam 8K. Under the magic of adjustment layer. Let me show you now. Go to the layer panel here, go to layer, new adjustment layer, add a curve adjustment. We lift the shadow and reduce the highlight before stitching in the raw to bring back some detail, but it makes the image all wash out. We are going to add a standard S-curve to bring back the contrast like so. Click back to the photo layer right here, select the selection tool again and edit light projection to pan around. No stitch line. Great! Let's add an HSL adjustment layer as well to increase the saturation to match the magazine look. You can hide and show the adjustment layer in light projection mode like so to see the result. Finally, when you are ready, we can render out the 360 photo for 2D Vista. If you want to learn 2D Vista from me, comment below. Go to Layer, Light Projection, and Remove Projection. Then File, Export, pick JPEG. I will make sure the quality slider is at 100% to keep the highest quality for uploading. If you are uploading to Facebook 360 to showcase inside an Oculus Quest 2 headset right here, we will need to make sure your 360 photo size does not exceed 10,000 pixels in width. As you see, the Theta Z1 will not be an issue because it only captures 7K photo. But if you use a professional DSLR, make sure to set your size to under 10,000 by 5,000 so your upload will not fail on Facebook. At the end, let's talk about the true high-end professional way to capture 360 photo. It is not using Ricoh Theta Z1 or the ONE X2 or even the Qoocam 8K. One shot 360 camera will never achieve that magazine-like high-end virtual tool quality. You should learn how to shoot on a professional camera like what I have here, a DSLR and a giant fisheye lens. This is a 270-degree lens that will cover the entire 360 sphere with only 2 shots, and it will look better than any 360 camera because bigger sensor and sharper lens. So if you want to learn DSLR or mirrorless camera like the brand new Canon R5 in 360 photography, comment below and let me know. I hope by now you are comfortable to use Affinity Photo for your virtual tool production. The money saved from Adobe subscription fee is big. I hope this is my holiday gift to you. Save you money so you can get more gift for your family. It is important to bring the holiday spirit to cheer your family up in this tough time. And let your boy Hugh here help you to get more high-end virtual tool jobs by providing you the next level knowledge and up your skill for free with love. If you are new here, it will help me a lot if you subscribe to this community-driven YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date to the latest virtual tool technique, VR camera reviews, and my original 360 films. And I will see you in VR.